Final Fantasy Brave Exvius' anniversary celebration may have made a brief stop for the 3 Esper units, but it has jumped upon us once again. This time, it's bringing along an excellent unit in Seeker of Freedom Vaughn, a second Next-era All-Rainbow 11 summon with a Super Trustmaster reward Mugo, and a unit and Prism selection coin. In today's video, I'd like to discuss those exchange selection coins, and decide which unit and Prism is the best pick. There are quite a few powerful units here, and many more that aren't. About half of these units are available through Unit of Choice selection tickets, but don't let that stop you from using a coin here if you really want to. As always, if you have a favorite unit here, go ahead and select them. That goes to double if that unit isn't available through the Unit of Choice tickets. This video will mostly discuss the individual strength of each unit. At the end of this video, I'll be covering a few notable Trustmaster rewards and Super Trustmaster rewards, in case anyone would be more interested in those than the unit themselves. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into this. First up on the agenda, clearing the clutter. Let's remove all of the units that don't quite reach the meta-performing levels as of this video's release. I'll also be getting rid of units that have a stronger counterpart in this very same exchange pool. Pyroglacial Laswell, Blossom Sage Sakura, Lotus Mage Fina. She doesn't have enough supporting capabilities at this point. Nameless Gunner Jake, Heavenly Technician Lid. She's also fairly decent as a breaker, but I wouldn't recommend using a coin for her. Maritime Strategist Nako, Awaken Rain, Hyol, Reagan, Xeno of the Beta Star. He normally wouldn't be included in this bottom tier, but there's a stronger version of him available through this exchange anyways. This goes double for X-Star. Seaside Nako, Aloha Laswell, Chocobo Fina. So has Awakenings incoming, but I can't see them surpassing any of the Esper units. Outdoor King Rain has King Laswell. White Lily Dark Fina is outshone by Draconian Princess Fina. Physalis still loses to Xeno of the Beta Star. And I can't recommend Sweet Nako if I'm not recommending White Lily Dark Fina. Sakura of the Delta Star is a bit difficult. She's a fine finisher but not strong enough to actually recommend. That was a lot more units than I initially expected. Oh well. Now for some niche units that can have some utility that your current party may not be able to contribute. Summer Fina and Lid, and Foka and Citra both let your entire team chain with a Water Oreo Ray attack. And Ignacio has the nifty yet still pretty niche effect of imbuing fire for your entire team. Throughout the years of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, there are some units that manage to remain excellent choices despite the so-called power creep. Foka is as competent a healer and support as ever. Seaguard faces some stiff competition from current physical tanks, but at the same time he's capable enough that I can't really put him on the same level as Awaken Rain. Cid is still a competent finisher. Sacred Shield Charlotte is still an incredible magic tank, and she has upcoming awakenings that makes her even better. Kimono Fina has just received some latents that makes her into a better damage dealer, though she still chains of Chaos Wave. Nako of the Epsilon Star is an excellent buffer, though his breaks are nothing special. Finally, let's talk about the Esper units. It's not like I saved them for last. All of these units just happen to be incredible enough that they outperformed every other unit in a similar field. Hallowed Aegis Charlotte is the best physical tank on this list. Supreme Diva Axstar is strong enough that he can't just be placed back there with everyone else, but his strength pales in comparison to Mystical Ice Laswells, who can basically perform the same chains. Dark Spirit Soul loses to Draconian Princess Fina, who, in turn, loses in damage to Four Winds Physalis. Inferno Fire Rain may not be the strongest unit on this list, but he is the best Stardust Ray Chainer here. War Hero Reagan sets himself apart as the strongest physical damage dealer on this list, but he only has one chaining family, which may be a problem for many players. All in all of these units are extremely capable, and ultimately, coming up with a decision will be based on a huge variety of factors. Do you want certain types of elemental damage? Would you prefer certain types of chaining families? In the end, this decision is really up to you, but let's sum it all up here. Do you just want the best physical damage? Select War Hero Reagan. Four Winds Physalis is the best magic damage dealer here, but just be aware that she loses to Wildcard Ace, Benevolent Beauty Rem, and Umbro Dragon Darkfina. 3 very powerful magic damage dealers. Honestly, be careful with magic damage dealers in general, as most of them are locked into certain elements. Hallowed Aegis Charlotte is the best physical tank on this list, and Sacred Shield Charlotte is the best magic tank. Foka is the best healer on this list, but I wouldn't place her on such a high priority unless you don't have anyone better. Heavenly Technician Lid is the best breaker, but that's because this list doesn't include anyone else. I'd choose Summerfina and Lid over her just because of their other effects that they bring to the table. Summer Foka and Citra is the best summoner here, but if you need a summoner, I really recommend you just wait for a newer unit to roll around. Nico of the Epsilon Star is an incredible support unit, but make sure you take a look at his kit before you select him. You don't want to choose someone who brings abilities that you can already cover. Sid is the best finisher here, though he's not the best. He's also in the unit of choice pool, and there aren't any better finishers there either. In case you were wondering, they didn't include any hybrid attackers in this list. But before I end this, I'd like to talk about some honorable mentions. This is the part where I'll be recommending units based on their Trustmaster rewards and Super Trustmaster rewards, not their individual strength as a unit. Aloha Laswell's Trustmaster reward gives a 25% evasion boost, though be aware that you can pick him up from the unit of choice pool if you have enough tickets. Sakura of the Delta Star Super Trustmaster reward is an incredible magic rod for many competent magic damage dealers. Of course, there are many other lasting Super Trustmaster rewards that can contribute greatly in the long term, like Kimono Phoenix Robe, so the choice is really up to you. I plan to select War Hero Reagan's Prism and get 4 wins Physalis. Not only is she a powerful magic damage dealer, her Trustmaster reward will be excellent for many of my more capable magic damage dealers. I'm not getting Sakura of the Delta Star because I'm nowhere near close to getting her Super Trustmaster reward. And I think I would spend my Mugo on something else, like perhaps Vaughn if I ever get him. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, give a like and subscribe. Comment below on the units that you plan to get, and tell me your reasoning for selecting those choices.